Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Shal's Life. It's a hot and humid and sticky day out here, and I got about 30 minutes. That's all I got. Today we're going to start work on the pavilion a little bit. We show you around here. We got all the lumber moved out. It is now sitting in my driveway, so I am a little over anxious to get this part done. So what we're going to work on here is basically a 20-foot wide by approximately 48-foot long, 10-foot tall pavilion. So basically we're going to set 4x6 posts in the ground every 8 foot. We got rafters that are going to be 24 inches on center, and then we got a bunch of blue steel underneath there ready to go. And like I said, I have about 30 minutes to kill today, so I'm not going to get much done. We ended up getting all the trees trimmed up and the couple taken down over here that I needed out of my way, so those are done. And I was just going to clean them up, but then it rained for like 5 minutes, just enough to turn this clay into the stickiest crap in the world. So I thought, well, we got about 30 minutes to run an experiment. So we have on the back of the tractor here a post hole digger. We got a 12-inch. If you've watched any of my other videos about the property around here, it is probably the nastiest clay you've ever seen. Great if you want to build a pond. If you want to do anything else, it sucks. It's sticky, and obviously we got trees on both sides of what we're going to do here. So we're going to run a test hole today and see how we do. The plan is I have my high dollar stake system set out here every 8 foot, and I'm going to try to start the building at this corner, which is pretty close to that tree, and I don't know if that's going to happen. So we're going to try to drop a hole here and see what we run into. If there's not any big roots, we got a chance. If not, we're going to move the building down to the next section, which is another 8 foot distance, and take it that way. By starting the poles in that position, when I get down here on my 8 foot centers on my poles, I got one here, obviously we got this next big tree, and then so another 8 footer over there. So basically what I'm trying to do is straddle that tree with a post instead of putting it right in front of the tree, obviously. So that's my plan. Is it going to work? You never know around here. So well, I must say that went a whole lot better than I thought it was going to. I mean, honestly, I was not expecting it to go that well. That machine did just fine. Obviously, we're lucky that we missed the big roots of that tree, because I know there's some big roots underneath there. But for the most part, that went great. We're at 42 inches deep. That's the max that thing can drill. That's as deep as I can get. So it is what it is, right? 42 inches is close enough to frost line for me. But anyways, next we'll get a post set in that corner, and then I'm going to lay out the other 4 corners once I'm happy with that. And then once we get those 4 posts put in, then I'll put the post between at every 8 foot. And then once all that's done, then we'll pour some concrete, but that's going to be another day. Well, it's a new day. It's a nice day. Supposed to have a nice week as far as weather-wise. No rain and low 80s. So we are going to get some holes drilled today. Let me show you what we got going on. So I took some time probably last week, and I put up these little batten type boards here, and I laid out the outline of the outside diameter of the building. So basically that's going to tell us everything we need to know, and then when we're done drilling, or when we need to drill, we can just pull the strings off of the screws there, put the string lines away. We can do all our work, drill all our holes, put up all our posts, and then we can put the string lines right back in place, and we can use those as the guideline basically to keep the post and lines straight. I went through and laid out my 8 foot centers for my posts, Little orange paint, obviously. So basically now we're just going to do is take the strings down and bore some holes. This one here is probably going to give us some trouble. We got this big root right here, so I'm going to go grab my handy dandy cobalt piece of crap chainsaw that I use for this kind of stuff. And we're just going to hack that out of the way. And I've got another one. I don't know which one it is. One of them over there has got a root to it. So anyways, we'll deal with that when we get to it. Well, just like that, we have 14 holes drilled, one for each post. We all went well. A couple of them got a little crooked. That's hard to do by yourself. It would have been nice to have another guy out here to kind of give me an idea if I was square, level, and plumb and all that good stuff. But the should be large enough. I can make adjustments. I didn't run over any chickens. That's a plus. None of them fell in the hole, but I thought the one was going to fall in the hole. She was right under the tractor, and I chased her off, and she was running right towards it. She stopped right at the edge. I thought for sure she was going in, but and I don't know how you get a chicken out of a 4-foot deep hole, but we would have come up with something. Anyways, they're back in the coop. We're done. I'm going to get this cleaned up a little bit, get the dirt cleaned up. I'm going to get the holes cleaned out tomorrow with the manual post hole digger. Hate those things. And then we'll start setting posts. Well, it's been a few days. Actually about 3 months probably. Anyways, where are we at here? So we got all the posts set. Most of them went well. I think there were 2 of them that need to be tweaked a little bit on the hole. So basically all the posts are in, plumb, level, all that good crap. We got this one over here that is being kitty wamp-ass all kinds of stupid. Yeah, this one here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet, but we'll worry about that when we get there. So I basically went through and set a line. This line is level all the way across. Set the laser level, obviously. That way I know every measurement from there to the top. So then I adjusted the top of the pole, all the posts to the same height. I went through and notched basically a 2x8 out of each side. We're going to basically set 2x8s down in there, fasten them together. So these are all, not all of them, these are most of those 2x8s that I cut on the sawmill a few months ago. We got saw back here, got scissors lift back here. Well, we got most of the boards cut. Now we are going to the scissors lift is a little tired, and there's a lot of weight on the back of it. I'm not no spring chicken myself, so anyways, the base of all these posts are set at 8-foot center, so basically all of the uprights, or these guys here, are cut at 8 foot. So simple math is, as long as I set that cut in the center of each post, it should be the same dimension when I get to the other end. But a lot of these posts are twisted, so it's gonna be fun. One at a time. One at a time. I'm going to wait on that top one because I think the whole thing needs to kick just a little bit. And this thing is definitely not made for off-road, but it works pretty good. And I own it, so I don't care if I break it. Actually, I do care if I break it. I like this thing. Take her over to the dotted line. There, looks good. before we're done for tonight, I think. I want to check corner to corner and see if it, just to make sure it's within range, I guess you could say. See how bad off we are anyways. So we're gonna do that quick, and then that's it for today. "50 foot 1 3/4. Remember that. "50 foot 1 1/2. So like I said, we're within a 1/4 inch of square, corner to corner. Plenty good enough for me. So what I think I'm going to do next is, there's a lot of sticks and rocks and crap right here, so I think I'm just going to drop the box blade a couple times on the tractor, drag this crap out to the other end, and make it a little smoother in here for this, the old scissors lifter. Well, I think that's about it for tonight. This will be a lot easier to run around with tomorrow, though. It won't, not as rocky. A lot of sticks and stuff out of the way, so because we got a lot of rafters to set by myself. So, anyways, see you in the morning. Well, it's Saturday morning, and it is a beautiful morning. Actually, it's more like after lunch now, but whatever. It's morning to me still. Anyways, we got, I don't know, I got about 3 hours to kill before we gotta go to a wedding, so I'm gonna see how many rafters I can get out here and get up on here. So what I did this morning is I went through and marked out my centers of all my rafters on top of each wall. We took a few straps over here. Basically, the building was leaning just about 3/4 of an inch to one side, both walls, so I pulled them back to plumb, level, square, whatever you want to call it. I put a couple stops up there on the top of each wall. So we're going to try to set the first rafter, the end rafter, and get that screwed to that so it's got something secure to hold it in place. And then I'm going to trim the trees as I need to, because I don't want to take any more than I have to. I like having all the shade back here. So basically we're going to put the first one up there, and when I say we, I mean me, because I'm on my own. So anyways, this should be fun. Oh, chickens are out too. Hopefully I don't run them over today. Once the first one's up, then I got something to secure the rest of them too as I go. So the first one's probably going to be the bear. So these are 20 foot wide. I got 2 foot tails on them, so this is going to wear me out. Oh well, it's got to be done. So now that we have the first two, yeah, I don't know if you call it set, but in place, I am going to plumb up the first two and I'm basically just trying to tie them together. So I got spacers from the bottom to hold it, the exact distance that needs to be widthwise, and now I'm going to basically cross support it and try to get them plumb. Then once these two are kind of locked in place, then you can literally just throw them up, put a spacer on the top, you know, to hold it straight, and just keep on motoring down. Now, we're not going to get them all up today. The scissors lift isn't going to have enough battery to do it all day, and I'm not going to have enough battery to do it all day either. So we'll get done what we can. Worry about the rest later. It'll be here when we get back. Close enough for me. Secondary backup. Work smarter, not harder. This is not an easy thing to do, one man, but whatever. We're gonna get it done. We always do. Wrap up our Saturday. We got 2 sections put up, 3 more to go tomorrow. Wasn't too terrible. 2.5 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rafters. So anyways, we're gonna get the chickens put away here, although they look like they're having a good time, and then we're back on tomorrow. My goal is to have pretty much all the rafters up by Sunday, but the scissors lift is the batteries are getting kind of weak, so I don't know if we'll get through the entire day tomorrow, but we're going to charge it tonight as usual, and then we'll just see how far we get tomorrow. I'll just have to try to plug it in here and there and keep it charged, so it'll be Sunday before you know it. You want out? Single file. Let's go. Out we go. Everybody out. Prop your door open. There you go. Go run. Oh, good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. Beautiful day. A little breezy, a little chilly, but a lot of cool cars running up and down the highway today, so be a good day. Anyways, we are going to do our best to get the rest of these rafters up today. I don't know if it's going to happen simply because I don't know if the batteries in the scissors lift are going to last that long. So I'm going to put up as many as I can, and if I do take like a lunch break or some crap like that, which I will, I'm going to plug it back in, try to get it charged up. Try to get these done today, Sunday. It might get windy Tuesday, so I got to get these things up and get some cross supports put in them so they don't blow over until next weekend when I have more time to get back at it. So with that being said, let's just get back to it. Well, we have reached our point of issue. Everything was going good and I was expecting this, so it's not a big surprise, but as I'm getting towards the end of this, I'm going to try to show you this second to last post right here is bowed significantly, probably at least an inch into the building. And I cannot overcome it by hand. I'm jamming screws in there and hammers and prying, and I'm still 6 feet away from it, and they're already a half inch out. So I think the best way to tackle this is I'm going to continue setting the rafters on 2-foot centers, just like I've been doing the entire time. And then we're gonna come over to this side and anchor them where they're supposed to be as far as on that side. And then what I want to do is I want to get to the end rafter or the end couple rafters and get them put up, and then I know the sun's in our face, let me go around the back side here. My theory is if I can anchor, right now if I just hook something to that and yank, the tractor, some straps, and pull that over, I'm sure it's just going to pull this whole end of the building over. And I don't really want that. I mean, I could go, I could set it and then work my way back. But I think if I just set the rafters across and then anchor like the last one for sure, however many stay where they're supposed to be anyways, which is maybe 2. And then come over here, set my tractor on this side with a ratchet strap up around there. Basically, I won't have any screws in these rafters holding them down. And then from there, I'm hoping I can pull that post over. I mean, it's probably a good inch and a quarter. But if I can pull that over and then anchor it, I'm still gonna do some, cross supporting to get that thing to stay stationary. But I think by putting the 2 end ones on first, hopefully that'll hold this end of the wall at 20 foot where it needs to be. And hopefully just that post will move then versus moving this whole wall. But there's only one way to find out, and that's do it. So we are going to continue setting rafters. Actually, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to plug this machine in for a little bit, and then you guys don't care, I guess you're not going to know it. Okay, well, we got the rest of the rafters up as we discussed we were going to do. Yes, those are 2 end rafters, but hey, that's the way the bargain deal works some days. Anyways, back to our issue here. As you can see, that tail is about 2 inches past this post. That post has been in that far. So I did a little wiggling on the post, and the post itself is just going to drag the whole building over basically, because there's just not enough cross support in it right now. So I've come up with this conglomeration here. Basically, I got the forks of the tractor, okay, set against the tails of those 2 rafters, which are going to hold it over that way, right? Come on, theory, play along here. And then I'm going to take a ratchet strap. This is attempt number 1. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to take a ratchet strap from the forks of the tractor to the post. So basically the forks are going to hold the rafters, which should hopefully hold the building, while I try to pull this post over and basically jam some screws in it. So stick around, this could get interesting. Go there. Well, I think we got it. I mean, it's definitely 100% better than it was. I'm assuming it's still got the building pushed over the other way some. But like I said, I can now pull the entire building section at a time, square it up, plumb level, all that good stuff. So anyway, let's get to that part. Run out of sunlight and I'm running out of oomph. So we got that all framed up or whatever, and then I ran a string line basically 1 inch off of each corner column, and then I took the tractor on each post section basically and measured from the string to the post. Everything was actually within probably about a 1/4 inch, give or take, each way, except for post number 2 here and post number 2 back there in that corner. Those 2 are so kitty-womp-ass, I don't know. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. But anyway, so we just, again, hooked it to the tractor, did a little manipulation, and basically just made it do what I wanted it to do, because that's just the way it's going to be. It's not perfect, but it's at least, I would say those 2 are within a 1/4 inch. Everything else is pretty close to right on the nuts. You know, corner to corner was already good. Level plumb, each corner is actually, I mean, it's on the bubble. It's not 100% perfect, but these posts aren't 100% straight. So it is what it is, and that's just how it's going to be. So basically, when I pulled that string line and then manipulated each post section to where I needed it to be, then I added these temporary kickers basically on each post. That kind of locks the whole thing together side to side. We're supposed to get some wind Tuesday, but I'm down the valley, so I don't get a lot. If it's windy up on the hill, it's breezy down here, so I'm not super concerned with it. But I just want to put a couple extra braces in there just to make sure, because I don't know, it might be frickin' 6 months before I come back and work on this again. I'm hoping not, but hopefully next weekend. But they're saying it's supposed to rain next weekend, so anyways, we'll get back to it. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.